Oh shit.
So E3 happened. Yeah, it did. And I watched it for the first time, like, actually, instead of watching clips or watching the game trailers that came out a week afterwards. I actually watched all of it, almost. I mean, I watched all the stuff that I wanted to take a look at, you know, the stuff that mattered to me, or either that, or I was just too busy to watch the less important things. And it was interesting. It definitely wasn't, you know, the greatest thing in the world, but there were definitely some highlights. There were absolutely some bangers in there that I wanted to take a look at today. So, me not copying how many other YouTubers have done this in the past before, this is basically going to be a look back at what E3 had to offer, the good, the bad, and whatever else in between. This is basically just going to be a retrospective of everything, so I'm kind of going to go through all of the different presentations first, and then kind of give my thoughts on all of them, not in any particular order. You know what, I'm just going to do it in the order that they showed up in. So whatever order the schedule was, I'm just going to follow it like that, so it's a lot easier for me, alright? So let's get in, starting with probably already the worst one, the absolute dumpster fire of what the first... It's Ubisoft. It's Ubisoft's presentation, alright? Ubisoft, what is this? What the fuck is this? I've never been somehow so bored and also just so let down at the same point of a company that I don't even care that much about. They had some of the most lackluster games in their catalog this year, and not only that, they barely f***ing showed games. Let me give you the rundown of an hour and 45-minute presentation of a game conference in what could possibly be less than 5 minutes. Rainbow Six Extraction was here first. They spent about what felt like 20 minutes on a game that you probably could have just showed in 2 minutes. It looks fine. It just looks like any other Rainbow Six game. What's it called? Rainbow Six Siege Extraction. It was originally going to be called Rainbow Six Siege Quarantine, but, you know, for obvious reasons, I'm pretty sure they had to change the name of it. You know, it looked fine. I've never myself played the Rainbow Six series. I've never touched them, but I mean, I would like to get into them at some point. But yeah, for all you Rainbow Six Siege fans out there, here's the footage for your new game. They showed off Rocksmith, which I'm pretty sure is an app, not even a game, that helps you learn guitar for the smallest little fee of a little bit of your gamer cash, guys, you know, because that's what every gamer wants to do. They want to buy into microtransactions. I bet that's the last time we'll ever be seeing microtransactions in this presentation. Bunch of indie games. Hey, look guys, Ninja Turtles in Brawlhalla. You guys want that, right?
Dude, I could be gaming.
Watch Dogs now has zombies in them for some reason, because that's the game that needed zombies, am I right? At this point, every game is going to have zombies in them. I want to mention, before this presentation started, they showed off a bit of gameplay of Watch Dogs, and it was 10% gameplay, and what felt like 90% of a British man screaming, "Do you feel the urge to betray your mates?" at you. Like, what was this?
You feel the urge to betray your mates.
Just Dance was announced, because Ubisoft thinks people still play Just Dance for some reason. Then we get into the shit that a lot of people were actually pissed about. The fact that Ubisoft showed things that were not games. You know, they showed things from their, like, other media. The first one was for their show Mythic Quest. I haven't watched any episodes of it, so I can't say whether this is good or bad. I know a friend of mine has watched it and said that the first series is good, so I don't know, I might check it out, but a lot of people were just getting pissed at the fact that they showed it in the presentation. The next one that they showed off was for a movie. Ubisoft is delving into the world of film now as well, with a adaptation of Werewolves Within, which is basically isn't it a parody of the game Mafia? Is that the name of it? It's that, but Werewolf in itself is also like a card game. It's called Werewolf. It's basically where you get, I don't know, 4 or 5 people. One of them is a werewolf. Basically what I'm saying is it's a card version of Among Us, alright? It's a card version of Among Us. And the movie looks kind of ass, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think I'd watch it. I'd probably watch it after like 3 or 4 drinks in my system. But you know what? They got the AT&T woman for the gamers to watch it, so I think they knew what they were doing, casting her. You know, alright. Then we get on to the game that I really kind of only gave 2 shits about, was Far Cry 6. It still looks really interesting. We love seeing Gustavo Fring in the Far Cry series. A welcome addition, for sure. But they didn't really show too much gameplay. It was more just another cinematic. He looks like he's going to be a pretty threatening villain. So I am excited to see how they will do with that. I haven't really played much of the other Far Cry games, but so I can't really say what the villains are like, except for Far Cry 3, of course, having probably one of the best video game villains, of course, Vass, who surprisingly enough was also in the Breaking Bad prequel series, Better Call Saul. So, you know, that was probably intentional on Ubisoft's part, perhaps. But you know, it looks pretty decent. We'll see how it goes when the game comes out. They also had a very interesting looking thing where they have, I think it's a DLC basically of one of the games where you can play as the villains instead. So it kind of flips the story around in that kind of way, you know. I'm interested to see what that would be like, honestly, so I might maybe buy it, but again, it's another add-on. It's another, you know, DLC. Probably have to pay $20 for it, you know, who knows. But it's definitely an interesting concept. Mario and Rabbids 2. I think this was one of the games that actually got leaked before it was announced. I didn't see that when it was announced, so it was a pretty interesting surprise anyway, to say the least. But they have that abomination in the game, so that's lovely to look at. I dare you to go on Rule 34 right now and see if that Luma rabbit has art drawn of it. I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna challenge you down in the comments. Go do it and then comment down if there is. I'm very curious, honestly. But I never got into Mario and Rabbids game, but I will say this looks interesting. It looks like they've really expanded out the world as a sequel should. So I might play Mario Rabbids and then maybe perhaps pick up this one. It's really, you know, we'll see. Then we have the game literally nobody asked for. A game about Avatar, the movie Avatar. Do you guys remember that movie? It came out in like 2010, 2009. It's regarded the highest grossing movie of all time, so I mean, some people definitely haven't forgot about it. Did anyone want a game about it? Other than just, you know, a tie-in game that usually comes out with movies? I'm pretty sure there was. I'm pretty sure there was like a tie-in game of Avatar that came out anyway. But no, this is a fresh, new start. I don't know if it's a sequel or if it's set in the same timeline or whatever. We have an Avatar game now. I doubt anyone gives a shit about it. What else was there? Oh, that's it? We can move on? Okay, great. It's a good day to be a Xbox fan because of this presentation. Microsoft and Bethesda and whatever else had actually a pretty good E3 this year. Todd Howard came out and announced this new game that they're working on called Starfield, some sci-fi game. Looks pretty interesting. Stalker 2 is in the works. I'm sure some people are excited about that. I'm not familiar with the Stalker series, but judging by this trailer alone, it looks interesting. Might check it out. Sea of Thieves has funny Jack Sparrow as their
My name is Deece.
DLC. Footage and gameplay for Psychonauts 2 dropped as well, which was a big surprise. I'm really excited to play this one. Of course, the Grand Master of the event was Halo. The new footage for it looks a lot better than what we got last year. It seems promising. I don't know. I haven't visited the Halo series in a while since Halo 4, and even then I was very young, so I don't remember exactly how good that game was. A lot of people are mixed on what Halo 4 was like, but you know, the Halo Infinite looks promising. Xbox also got Among Us.
Stop talking about
Looks like we have an imposter.
But the best thing that the Xbox presentation at the show, my sweet children, is, well, I'm just gonna let the clip play out for itself. They played into it. They played into the meme. They made a mini fridge. This will surely compete with the KFC console, I'm telling you now. There's a few more stuff that I missed out on that I didn't feel that I wanted to really talk about, but there's pretty much something for everyone in this presentation. You know, Xbox really had a good one, honestly. Like, looking at it back, it was pretty good, you know. Good on you, Xbox and Bethesda and Todd Howard of the Elder Gods. What was next? What was the third day? Oh, Capcom. Capcom has a few stuff. Let's take a look at what they had to offer.
No, thank you.
Alright, great, cool. So, what's left? Oh no. Tekken Man got into Smash. I was really hoping for Crash Bandicoot, or hell, even someone like Rayman or Gino, but you know, that's probably never gonna happen at this point. But no, let's put in another fighter from a different fighting game, even though people have not played Tekken in years, and people, if they wanted to play as this character, they could just play the game. They could go and just play Tekken. If you want these characters in Smash, just mod the game or something, man. But you know what? Some people probably wanted it. I didn't see too many people asking for it, but God, even Rick Sanchez would have been a better option than this.
Big Mac Whopper, Big Mac Whopper, Big Mac Whopper, Big Mac Whopper.
Life is Strange is getting ported onto the Switch. I played a bit of it, like, at a friend's house. I still need to finish it, actually. God, I gotta break into their house and finish the game. But for all you Life is Strange fans, it's coming onto the Switch now. Maybe I'll get it. I mean, it's not the original game, it's the remastered version, but, you know, it's still pretty cool to see that getting put onto the Switch. Very nice. Fucking words! There's a new Mario Party, even though I'm pretty sure we only got a new one last year, but alright, great. Nothing like a good Mario Party. The last Mario Party I played was like Mario Party 9. When the hell did that come out? I do want to say as well, I actually nabbed a Nintendo bingo for this occasion, and honestly, I got a lot more marked off than I thought it was. Here's the bingo on screen now. Probably one of the biggest highlights of the Nintendo Direct was Metroid 5, entitled Metroid Dread. The title really does say it all, honestly, like they say in the presentation. This does look like it's going to be a very intense entry into the Metroid series. I've played a bit of Metroid and Super Metroid because of the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo Entertainment System feature that they have. So I'm familiar with Metroid, but honestly, this game looks so cool. I cannot wait to get this on Switch. It looks so atmospheric and definitely bringing, I think, a lot of like atmospheric horror elements into it. It's really gonna brighten it up into the new generation for people to experience an all new Metroid. So it's gonna be good. I have really good feelings about it. I hope I'm not wrong. Something that really tickled my pickle was the fact that we're getting a new WarioWare game on the Switch. I mean, you can't really have a new Nintendo console and not put a new WarioWare game on it. Like, it's a given. It's a given at this point. I don't know if the Wii U had one. The Wii definitely had one. Actually, the Wii U might have. So it's only fair that we're finally getting a WarioWare game on it now. WarioWare is so fun to play at times, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it in this installment of the franchise. Other than Smash Bros. Being the main event, of course, the thing that everyone went wild for, no pun intended, of course, was the new footage, finally, for Breath of the Wild 2, and it looks amazing. I am really excited to see what they do with this. Honestly, the visuals, all of the graphics look so appealing, and it looks like it's going to be really, like, the mechanics and everything. I'm excited to see what they do with that, what they do with the new mechanics of the game. it's just going to be fun to explore and dig around in it and see how the rest of the story plays out. But yes, finally, after waiting months of being teased, we finally got the footage of it, and I think it holds up. I think it was worth the wait getting the footage. I'm so glad that they showed it off on E3. And yeah, that was about it. That's all E3 had to offer this year. I don't think there was many memes that came out of it, you know, as the grace that was Keanu Reeves in 2019. Because, you know, there wasn't many actual conferences, you know, because of the pandemic and whatever. And you know what? That's fine. I think most people kind of come mostly for the games. A lot of people probably go for the E3 cringe as well, but the games are what's up. And there was definitely games, you know, from all of the companies. They showed off some pretty stellar content, and I'm excited to play a lot of these in the coming years when they come out, whenever they decide to come out, you know, from everyone, not just Nintendo, but I'll even check out some of the other ones. I can't with Xbox though. I don't have an Xbox. YouTube, pay me so I can buy an Xbox and support other video game companies and play their games so I can feel better about myself, the fact that I have nothing to do. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I know it was probably a bit more serious than a lot of my content has been lately, but I wanted to do a kind of more semi-serious video, especially regarding this, because, you know, I see a lot of people do videos on E3 for many years, and I wanted to give it my own shot, give it my own opinions, and see how I could master it. And you know what? I think it went pretty well. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like on it. Comment something nice, something hurtful, I don't really care. And subscribe to the channel because it really supports me a lot. Genuinely, I've been getting a lot of support lately, and I really appreciate it, honestly. But yeah, I think that's about it. We've covered everything that I've wanted to anyway. I've probably left some stuff out, but you know what? Get angry at me in the comments, reminding you to leave a comment and like again. There's your second obligatory reminder to leave a like and comment. Have you realized that I didn't get to mention it the entire video, so I'm trying to cram it in all at once at the end of the video? Do it! Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. Be excellent to each other. Goodbye. Here's to next year's E3.
You feel the urge to betray your mates.